Hey guys, welcome to the S.O.A.P, and this is an unboxing video. Mike is my name and Aaron is his.
G'day.
And what do you got for us today?
Okay, this week we have the NES30 Pro Bluetooth controller. Really fancy looking little thing made by...
Bit of a retro game thing, yeah?
Absolutely, made by a company called 8Bitdo.
Nice.
Who have sprung up in the past year or so in the mainstream. Actually...
And do they specialise in retro games?
They do. They specialise in retro-themed controllers. As you can see, I'm just going to show the other camera. This one is definitely a Nintendo NES controller, but on steroids.
Yeah.
As you can see...
Likes to game pretty quickly and powerfully.
It's
Sorry,
got...
do that.
It's got thumbsticks, 4 buttons on the face, your D-pad. Also has 2 lots of shoulder buttons as well. So has all of the buttons a modern controller would have, but in an NES controller size package. Have a look there, Mike, while I give you a bit of background about it. It's it's Bluetooth, so it will Bluetooth to just about anything that accepts a Bluetooth controller. You can also pop it into USB and plug it into your PC, and it will emulate a 360 controller.
So it's flashing?
Okay, so it's also got the blue lights. They do flash different colours for statuses, tell you what the controller's doing, whether the battery's going flat, whatever. Interesting little piece of nerd history. The blue lights were actually designed to look like a weapon from the Castlevania games on the NES, the Crissaegrim, the Holy Sword. The guy that designed this was a big NES gamer back in the day, and Castlevania was his favourite thing, so he actually calls this the Crissaegrim controller, with the blue lights sort of looking a bit like Simon Belmont's sword. Now, this fella also has an upgradable firmware, so you can actually, put new programming in it for any new consoles that come out, so it'll probably have an upgrade in the next few days for the Switch.
Right, yep.
So you can use it with your Nintendo
PlayStation
Switch.
5, 6, 7,
Yeah, exactly
8, 9,
right.
10, yeah.
Now, it's got a battery life of about 4.5 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Feels really good in the hand, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so.
And the buttons are just a really nice positive feel.
It feels like an old school,
It does. Really looks like it can take a beating as well, which, some controllers you get these days are that flimsy, you wouldn't know, but definitely looks really good. Right. So you want to have a look at what's in the box?
Yeah, what else we got?
Okay, mate, so I'll get him out of the way. So you've got your little bit of foam there. So let's open up. Oh, obviously, we've got a manual. The NES Pro.
We don't need that.
Alright, so USB charge cable, can plug straight into a PC for that. Okay, we've got here...
charging time? Any idea on the charging time?
About an hour.
About an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. Old is new again, which is the 8Bitdo slogan. Little icon there. So inside here, we've got a couple of little bits of cool kit. If I can get the other piece out. Oh, no. Where is it? It's stuck in the box. No, here it is. Okay, so firstly we have a little keyring that goes with your controller, I guess. Got FC30 for Famicom 30, and then on the other side's actually got a little Nintendo-esque controller. Now I don't know if you can see that very well, but it actually says in memory of FC since July 15, 1983. Now, that date was the date that the original Famicom home system came out in Japan, which was the Japanese version of the NES that we all now know and love. So, like nice little touch for the retro gamers there.
It's not a limited edition thing. Everyone gets this in the box.
Everyone gets this with any 8Bitdo controller. Okay. They do make a couple of different types as well. Yep. So they've got a Super Nintendo type, which is just a basic Super Nintendo controller. Okay. They also have a standard NES controller that looks exactly like the old school one, but does have 4 buttons instead of 2. Okay, so the other little piece of kit that we did get in here that we nearly forgot about is what we call a ring stander. So it's basically a little bit of kit where you can pop a ring out on the back of that thing, attach it to the back of your phone, and then allow your phone to sit up. It's got sticky on it. We're not going to stick it to Mike's phone and make it all dirty, but so
It's not that good of a phone either.
just basically holds your phone up at a nice angle so you can Bluetooth in and play, because you can pair that to your phone. Works with iCade on the iPhone and iPad series, and Android compatible as well.
So price-wise, what are we looking at?
Price-wise, I did a little bit of shopping around and got this landed off eBay for $55, which is a pretty competitive price. You're getting it from 8Bitdo themselves, the actual company. You'd be looking at importing it from overseas, and you probably wouldn't get much change out of $80 or $90. Look, I know that does sound a lot for a retro controller, but the feel in the hand, it really does feel like it's worth the money. I have had a small crack at this before we did the video. I must admit, this isn't the first unboxing. I got this the other day and just couldn't help myself. Fired up my retro machine and gave Street Fighter 2 a very good toweling, and it held up and was a beautiful thing. Absolutely. The Hadouken is very easy to pull off. Button mashing. But guys, if you're a retro gamer and you want something that's free of cords and a little bit different, and something that you're really going to fall in love with, then absolutely 8Bitdo Retro NES30 Pro, highly recommended.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to the S.O.A.P unboxing, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks very much.